Hey there everybody, my name's Nathan Elson, and today I'm going to take you behind the scenes where I show you how to create black and white editorial style portraits using 1, 2, and 3 lights. But not only that, I'm going to show you how I use mixed lighting to create this fun motion in your final images. Now, before we get into the actual behind the scenes, I do need to say that this video is sponsored by Godox, but longtime viewers of this channel will know that I've been using Godox lights since they came out, which I believe was 2018. So Godox reached out and they said, we know you love your AD600 Pros, but we would love for you to try the AD600 Pro II. Not only that, the new X3 transmitter. So this is not going to be a review on this gear. This gear, it's awesome. That's my review. There, you have it. I've been using it for a long time, but I want to show you what I'm able to create with the AD600 Pro II and the X3 in studio. So with that being said, let's just get into it. For this first setup, I'm going to go with one of my favorite one light setups, which is the AD600 Pro with a large Octabox and a white wall. This setup creates a simple and classic black and white look that is timeless and can be used for all kinds of portraits. I have the AD600 Pro II positioned so that the light is feathering across the model to create a subtle and balanced shift from the highlights to the shadows. Now, the key to lighting with one light is this feathering of the light. So having a larger modifier where you can place the model so that they're sitting in the back 1/3 of that modifier allows that light to travel smoothly across the model's face and body. Now the white background will fall off to a light gray, which looks amazing in black and white and creates a nice separation between the background and the model. Just keep in mind that the closer your lighting and model are to the background, the brighter they will be. So if the background needs to be a little bit darker, you just need to move your lighting and your model further away from the backdrop. Now the lighting was metered to f8 at 1/200th of a second at ISO 200, which means my camera will also need to be set at f8 at 1/200th of a second at ISO 200. And when you tie it all together, this is what it ends up looking like. For this second setup, we are using the same principle as the first setup, using the Godox AD600 Pro II with the 120cm Octabox as our key light. But the model is wearing a black trench coat, and with just one light, we're losing all of the details in the jacket. And the contrast on her face and body is heavier than I'd like, so I added in another AD600 Pro with a large umbrella to add in a little fill light. And this helps to bring out the detail in her jacket, as well as soften the shadows on her face and body and lighten up the background, all without losing that initial shaping of our key light. And again, this was metered to f8 at 1/200th of a second at ISO 200. And when you put it all together, this is what it looks like. For this third set of images, I wanted to do what I refer to as dirtying up the frame with the light stands and an old tungsten light housing that we had sitting around the studio, just to make things feel a little bit more sporadic and interesting. For the lighting, I initially kept it the same as the previous set, using the AD600 Pro II with the Octa as my key and the AD600 Pro with the large umbrella as my fill. And the images looked fine, but I wanted them to have more depth. So I brought in my optical snoot and I used it to create a small section of hard light coming from the same direction as the soft light from the large Octa so that they would complement each other and work together. Now, after adding in the hard light with the optical snoot, we got a little harder edge to the shadows on the model's face, which helped to bring out her features, and this splash of light and shadow on the wall in the background, which helped to create more depth. And once again, when you tie it all together, this is what it ends up looking like. Now this final look is super fun because you never make the same image twice. Every time you click the shutter, you get something completely unique, and it's not overly hard to do. So let's break it down. Number 1, turn off all of your room or studio lights and block any windows that are facing the front of your subject. In order for this effect to work, you are going to need a darker space. Number 2, your key light will be your flash. In this case, the AD600 Pro II with the 120cm Octa. This light was metered to f11 at ISO 100. which means my camera also needs to be set to f11 at ISO 100. You also need to make sure that your modeling light is turned off on your key light because we're going to be using a long shutter and you want to be able to freeze the model's face and body. If the modeling light is left on, the motion effect of your camera moving will happen all over the model's face and body, which will ruin the entire process that we are trying to create. Number 3, you will need a constant light source. And in this case, I used 2 panel lights with barn doors so that I could control the spill of the light and aim the light towards the back and sides of the model. This constant light is what's going to give us our motion effect, which is why we need to turn off the modeling light on our flash. Number 4, once you have your lighting positioned, put your camera into bulb mode. Then press the shutter and move the camera in various directions. Now, I did a combination of moving the camera. I also slid backwards on my rolling chair. Basically, I just experimented with various movements to find something that worked well. Number 5, I would hold down my shutter for around 2 to 3 seconds per shot. And by combining my flash with the constant lighting and movement, this is what I ended up creating. And so there you have it. Hopefully you guys picked up something from this video that you can use in your next shoot. Now, huge thanks to Godox for sponsoring this video. I've been using their gear for a very long time. The fact that they reached out to sponsor this channel is just awesome. If you have any questions, use the comments box down below, and all of the gear that I used in this video will be listed in the description. But with that, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.